Hey everyone, today we are going to be going over Darth Vader helmets, but we're also specifically going to get a closer look at my Darth Vader helmet that as of right now will run you a little over $1,000. I'm going to preface that when I talk about Darth Vader helmets, I'm going in with the intention of pursuing something that is screen accurate. And unfortunately when it comes to screen accuracy, there's not a lot of really easy options that are straight in your face that are just easy to buy. I truly wish pursuing a Darth Vader screen accurate helmet was a little bit easier in this world because unfortunately when it comes to buying these helmets, it's not. You have a lot of different products out there, a lot of them licensed, a lot of them not, and unfortunately getting lost in the mix is extremely common because there are so many different products to choose through. You have a lot of the general public believing that Black Series helmets are good or that they're great, and that's fine if that's what you want, but there are a lot of people that shockingly for some reason think that Black Series helmets are close to screen accurate. And if you're watching this video, chances are you already know that that's just not the case. I'm also trying to speak for the general populace here. I also need to state that I am not necessarily ragging on or judging anybody who likes or buys the Black Series helmet. I am not a fan of them for about 100 different reasons, but if you are buying a Star Wars product and you are getting enjoyment out of it, there's nothing wrong with that at any point. You will never get any judgment from me. My only disappointment with the Black Series helmet comes from the fact that so many of the other Black Series helmets look outstandingly so good, especially for the price point in which you're paying for a Black Series helmet. They're not that expensive, and some of them have a really great look to them. Some of them, even with some small modifications, can technically be screen accurate. I've also seen certain stands being sold on Etsy and elsewhere that make them really cool display pieces when you open up the helmet. So like I said, I'm not shooting down Black Series helmets just from a perspective of a consumer. I'm just saying as someone that likes screen accurate helmets, it is not something that I would touch with a 10-foot pole. But that also leads me straight into my topic of where you're gonna buy a screen accurate helmet. Unfortunately, it's not easy. The only prop maker that currently has the license to make that type of stuff is Dineo Novo, and unfortunately, this is the tough thing about their costumes and their prop pieces. A majority of their costumes are spot on and look excellent. Darth Vader, for whatever reason, and I've never understood why, is just not there. It's close, it's just not there, and I don't get it. So with that being said, if you're going to pursue a screen accurate helmet, unfortunately licensed options aren't really always the route to go. They definitely do have some pros. You are obviously buying from an actual business, and so there are protections for your money and your safety when you buy with an actual accredited business. But the downside is you're going to sacrifice in screen accuracy. That's just the reality. And so while there are a lot of options and a lot of different private makers who make amazing, and I mean top-notch stuff, today I'm going to be speaking specifically about my helmet, and that came from a prop maker named Mike Warren. Now this thing is an absolute beauty. This is one of the coolest pieces of Star Wars anything I've ever owned. It is one of the coolest looking helmets out there, and for Empire Strikes Back, it is as screen accurate as you could possibly want. And the details, the paintwork, the shape of the helmet is everything as it actually should be. Now the Mike Warren helmet, when I originally bought it back in 2020, ran me for about $650, which according to the price now is a pretty solid deal. I have not reached back out to Mike Warren recently about his prices for the Empire Strikes Back helmet, but I do know it should go somewhere a little over $1,000, I think at this point. I'm not exactly sure. If you're interested in purchasing this helmet, I'm going to link his information down below. But this is one of the most incredible pieces of Star Wars memorabilia that I own. And in my opinion, if you're going to do a Star Wars costume or any type of Star Wars cosplay, the thing that you have to get right every single time. The rest of your suit can look great, but you have got to get the helmet right, because that's unfortunately where a lot of people are going to end up looking. They're going to look straight at the face, they're going to gravitate towards the eyes, and they're going to be like, oh, this is Darth Vader. And that's okay. You really have to make sure that if you're going to do a Star Wars costume, you have to go out of your way to make sure that the Darth Vader helmet is what you do not skimp on in terms of money. Just like the original helmet, it comes in two pieces and it pops off. It's a dome, just like that. You remove it over to the side. It has a Velcro on the front portion, and that also then matches up with this. Now, this is the funny thing with this helmet. I've obviously worn it 5 years-ish now, and so the interior of this thing is not what it used to be. I promise it comes a little bit prettier looking in this, but this is how it attaches to the back of your head. It is a 3-strap type system where they all will meet in the middle, and then this loops around. This system has absolutely been through all possible hell that it can. I really need to get this replaced. I have not done that. This foam on the inside also used to be white, but as you can see, that has yellowed from 5 years of being in intense heat because you give off a lot of sweat in this thing. The details and the paintwork of the front face mask are absolutely incredible. The face mask has that fence-like material, you've got the two tusks, and you have that two-tone paint between the cheeks that you really don't recognize that Darth Vader has until you take a close look or you hold a prop like this. But a lot of people don't realize that Darth Vader's face mask is just multiple different colors. This face mask has like a black, almost amber-ish type lens, and whenever I'm trooping or going out to events, I always make sure to put like motorcycle type spray on the goggles itself on the inside from fogging up. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. While a helmet like this might be a little bit overkill for a display piece, I would still go in this direction if I were you. I do think it's incredibly important to have a screen accurate piece if you're going to make a costume, but especially if you want club approval or anything like that, it is always important that you do not skimp out on your helmet. You pay the money because it is well worth it. No matter how many times I've worn my costume, I always get compliments on the helmet. It's the best looking part of my costume. costume, and it is extremely important to get the face of Darth Vader right. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this very quick and very brief view of my Darth Vader helmet. I get hundreds of questions about it almost every single day on social media, and so I hope this clears some up. If you have any more questions, as always, please hop in the comments. I'd really engage in there quite frequently. And if you have any further questions about how to pursue this type of screen accurate costume, or you just want it as a nice display piece, there are a lot of people that can help out. This is a massive hobby and there's a lot of people in it. As always, thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it. We just hit 7K on YouTube and we're just getting started. So thank you guys for the audience. It's been awesome so far.